Hi guys, my name is Maddie Nagler and I am a sports writing editor for the Sagamore, and we're just going to talk a little bit about preparing for an interview and what it means to come up with questions beforehand so that you're ready during your interview. So let's pretend I'm working on my teacher feature, which you know will be your first assignment, and let's pretend I was assigned Mr. Smith. And all I know about Mr. Smith is that he works in the English department. So now I want to come up with a few questions that I can ask him so that I can conduct a successful interview. Now, it's really important to note that just because I come up with a bunch of questions doesn't mean I have to stick to those exact questions. If he starts talking about something really interesting, I can ask a follow-up question about that rather than asking a question that I had planned. But it's always good to have some plan going in. So we know he's a new teacher, and we know he works in the English department, but that's pretty much all we know. So we want to know a lot more. So maybe one thing I want to know is what made you interested in teaching, for example. As a side note to that, I could also say something like, what is your teaching background? Because we know he's new to our school, but we wonder what his experience is elsewhere, and so do other people. We could also ask, maybe, have you felt welcomed? We want to know if he feels that there's a sense of community, or wondering how he's adjusting to the new school. Another thing we could potentially ask is, what are your favorite hobbies? Or we could say, do you have any hobbies? Now, these are just some basic guidelines, but of course you can go off these, you can be creative, but going in, I'm going to have a list of at least 4 questions that I'm going to ask Mr. Smith so that I am prepared to have a successful interview. Thank you guys for listening.